What is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach of the Green Bay Drilburs, and today we have the quarterfinals for the LGL Little Cup League, and we are facing against a Giratina, Primal. I don't really know exactly how they go. We have not faced them yet. We forfeited to them like when I took over. I wouldn't have forfeited. I would have played. I don't care if it was week late. I would have played, but that was all the way back in like week 2 or whatever. Now we are a long time away from that. We're on a super hot win streak. We did drop a game last week to Hydriegon, but it's best of 3, and we came out clutch. But we're on a really, really strong win streak. Giratina is also great. They've only dropped 2 games the entire season, including like the division smackdowns. So they've been really, really good, and it's going to be a tough matchup. And they have an absolutely disgusting team that I am very, very scared about. So we're going to have to definitely bring some heat. We're going to have to play out of our minds to be able to win this matchup because it is just kind of insane, to be honest. But if you guys don't really want to watch the Teambuilder, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and then click the timestamp that should be there, should be in the description, should be, on the bar, whatever. But you guys can skip it right to the battle or battles. There'll obviously be battles, 2 or 3 of them. Hopefully there will be 2, and both of them will be won by me. But without further ado, let's go right over our teams. Start off with mine. I've got Grookey, I got Woobat, Frillish, Sprigatito, Swirlix, Litleo, Gibble, Rhyhorn, Trico, Galarian Slowpoke, and Starly, with Terra on Woobat being Fighting and Steel, and Terra on Trico being Fairy and Flying, while Giratina has Ghastly, Impidimp, Magby, Rufflet, Shelder, Mankey, Quaxley, Solosis, Jangmo-O, Bidoof, and Sawaddle, with their Terra captains being Mankey with Fighting and Ground, and Solosis with Fighting and Fairy. So they definitely have a scary, scary team. So what did I think to cook up against them? Well, we have our win con right here being Gibble. Got a Sword Stance Skill Shot version with Earthquake and Dragon Claw as our coverage. I thought just bringing Dragon Claw because I didn't want to waste an item slot on bringing like loaded dice to make sure Scale Shot was pretty strong. But at +2 we should be knocking out a lot of things with Earthquake, and then the things that we don't with Dragon Claw anyways, which is really nice. If we get to +1 speed, we're outspeeding most of the stuff on their team. I think we will speed tie with their fastest Pokemon, which is that Magby, but we can always Scale Shot through that thing. They have Flame Body on that thing as well, so we're going to click Scale Shot on that anyways. Berry Juice ensures that we can live like one hit by anything and just Sword Stance in their face, and then we can Scale Shot and become faster than almost everything on their team. Definitely have to watch out for like a Scarf on the Ghastly is what I'm expecting to come. But I mean, if they bring Scarf on anything else, I also have to watch out for that. I don't have to worry, however, about like a Thunder Wave from Impidimp, but we do have to worry about Reflect, which is scary, but hopefully they just don't bring Impidimp, even though I definitely think they will. I think it does very well against my sweeper setup that I've had and won me all of my last games. So I feel like Impidimp's definitely going to be a bring. At least we cannot get Thunder Waved, but they'll probably just set up Reflect in our face, which will be really annoying. If we set up a lot of Sword Stances, then we can get past that though. Our next Pokemon, we're going to have Litleo. And we have a little bit of an interesting set here. We have Berry Juice with Moxie, Psychic Fangs, Flame Charge, Return, and Wild Charge. With max special defense and attack, which is really interesting, but this thing can actually switch into Ghastly. And if they're like a Life Orb set, then Sludge Wave has just a shot to 2 KOs. And, well, it actually won't with Berry Juice. So with Berry Juice, they're not going to 2 KOs ever. And we can KO it back with Psychic Fangs. We can hit Flame Charge to boost our speed, and then outspeed it if it's not Scarfed, and then click Psychic Fangs. And the nice thing about Psychic Fangs is it also gets rid of the Reflect or Light Screen if that's up, which is really nice. We also have Return and Wild Charge, which are easy clicks into their team and do a lot of damage, especially if we get some Moxie boosts by knocking out other Pokemon on their team. In the 3 slot, we've got Sprigatito running a Focus Sash set because they have some hazards on their team, and I really don't want to have to be dealing with that the whole game. So I have Taunt, and I turn myself into a Dark type, which is actually pretty nice. I can click like Sucker Punch as well to turn myself into a Dark type, so I can't get like Thunder Waved by the Impidimp. I thought was a pretty fun thing. But Sucker Punch is great because it obviously destroys the Ghastly. It also does decent work into some of their Pokemon, like the Quaxly, if that ever got set up. Rufflet, it can hit pretty hard. Magby. I am worried about the Solosis into this set, so U-Turn's going to hit it really hard. We have Petal Blizzard as well as Stab on max speed and max attack. Our speed tiers aren't the best in this battle, as they have Ghastly and Magby to outspeed everything on my team, but we'll at least outrun everything else except for maybe speed tie with that Mankey. Next up, we got Grookey, and I thought I needed to run a Choice Scarfer on this bring, so I brought Choice Scarf Grookey. We can hopefully catch that Ghastly off guard with a knockoff and just knock it out in one hit if it's not Eviolite, which it shouldn't be. Doesn't really make too much sense. But we also have Woodhammer and U-Turn as our main options, and then if we end up getting knocked off, or if we notice like a Scarfer on their team, then we can Grassy Glide. We can also Grassy Glide through the Impidimp. Then we're rocking max speed and max attack on this thing. Just in case that Mankey ends up being scarfed, I would want to speed tie with it. Or if Rufflet ends up being scarfed, then we will always outrun that thing and be able to at least knock off. Next up, paired with Grookey, we have to bring Trico. Have the Grassy Seed Unburden with Terraflying, Quick Attack, Acrobatics, Bullet Seed, and Sword Stance. So not really anything like I brought in previous weeks. So I thought this was a pretty interesting option. If we get a Sword Stance up and stuff is chipped down on their team, we can easily sweep. Acrobatics does 1,000,000% to everything. Bullet Seed can get around Focus Sashes and is not going to be contact, so if that Magby is going to be chipped low, then we can hit it with Bullet Seed. That's a Quick Attack, which we will outpace the Impidimp always. So if they try to Thunder Wave me and they're, below 40-ish%, then we can probably knock it out with Quick Attack. We have enough speed on here to outspeed a +1 Magby and +1 Ghastly, and then max attack from that point. And then last, we brought Frillish. Thought that they have two water types that are really threatening into me, which is Quaxly and the Shelder. And they also have Solosis, which is really threatening. So I brought this set with Strength Sap, Scald, Toxic, and Hex. The Solosis is probably going to run with the Magic Guard, but if it's Regenerator, then we can catch that with Toxic. Even though it might have Magic Guard, it can still get hit really hard with Hex. It should do like 80 to 90%, even if they're like Eviolite. So it's going to do a lot if they're Toxic. And I can also Strength Sap into a lot of physical attackers on their team. Almost everything is physically attacking. I think it's just like pretty much Ghastly and Solosis that are not. So Strength Sap is going to be really valuable. We're just splitting our defenses here and rocking the Eviolite. So that's about it. But we're going to need to get kind of lucky or just play out of our minds today to bring this home, and hopefully we can do it. If we do, we fight Chef in the next round, which that was a very, very scary game in the regular season, but we pulled it out. So if we do this, we could actually end up winning that and go to the finals. I've had some pretty good stretches down the road, and hopefully this is not where the luck runs out. So that's about it for me here. See you guys in the battle. Alright, here is the matchup. They brought the Swaddle, which is I definitely did not expect that. I guess it matches up fine into my Sprigatito, that I'm going to lead against it, just so I can make sure they don't get those webs up. I got it. So, that's nice, at least, that I feel like they're not going to have Scarfer because they're planning on having webs. Just going to lead with Sprigatito, lead with Swaddle. And I'll always live one and just be able to taunt here. And yep, no sticky webs for them, and I can just U-turn out here, which is good. Now I know that they cannot set up the webs, and that's kind of their game plan, so I feel really good about that. I also feel like I could just go Litleo, and they might switch out as well. I'm assuming that this thing is going to be Focus Sash as well. That just makes a lot of sense. So if they stay in and hit me with like a lunge or something, not 100% sure if it actually gets that. I would assume so. How much would it do to that Litleo? Not too much, and I can Flame Charge. and then just be speedy. I have a feeling that they're, you know, a little caught off guard by this. So, I mean, that's definitely good. And it's a best of 3, so, I mean, in the next games, they'll have a better plan probably to deal with this. I'm definitely very worried about Ghastly. They have the Rufflet too, which is a huge threat, but no Solosis is nice. I get a crit and it does 66, which is absolutely crazy. So it's like defensive. Has to be some sort of defensive for that. Maybe like just max HP. I've got a couple options. I really don't hate going Litleo though. Except for they probably just click lunge, but it's really good into my team. I'm gonna go Litleo. They Bug Buzz. Okay, so they're special. They get a Spadef drop, which is quite unfortunate. But it's chill. I'm just gonna Flame Charge here. And then, I mean, if they bring in something and it Scarfed and outspeeds me, then oh well. You know, we get that. We get to know that. I'm gonna say I'm taking notes. Swaddle, webs, max HP question mark, special. That Bug Buzz is 21.7, which is actually like nothing. Yeah, I mean, that just looks like no investment probably. We go hard Quaxley. Alright. Wild Charge is not gonna knock them out based on that damage. Based on that damage, they're actually like pretty well defensive. I feel like Frillish should just be free here. They can make a really great play and go out to Ghastly, which would be annoying. I'm gonna take a look in my builder here. You're gonna see my teams, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go looking at Little Cup, looking at Quaxley. And I don't see any dark type moves on this thing. I don't see a real way that it deals with Frillish. So I'm gonna go hard Frillish as they go back out to Swaddle. So that's a great play by them. And they'll probably outspeed me. Yep, they set up the webs. That's fine. Definitely very annoying, but oh well. I should have just stayed in like I was planning on doing at first. But they make a really good play. But they don't have like the best answer, which would, I guess they could go Ghastly. They do. But I'm living most Shadow Balls. Like, unless they're specs, I'm living and knocking them out with Hex. Yeah, I eat that. They're Focus Sash. Okay. So, Sash Ghastly. Alright, that's good to know that they have Sash on that. Do I want to let this thing go down? I think I do. But it could just wall the Quaxley. I mean, this thing's actually still really good. I can go Grookey and Grassy Glide. It's actually really free against their team. How much does Grookey take? It actually lives. I'm gonna go hard Grookey. Set up my terrain as well. They just Shadow Ball. Does 86, which is a whole lot. But I can just click Glide here. How much is it gonna do to a Rufflet? Not too much. They might want to keep this thing alive. You know what? If they want to keep it alive, that's a really good play. I'm going to click Knockoff. They go Rufflet. Yep, I figured. And Rufflet is banned. All right. So very glad I made that decision right there. I think, who's not very useful? I think Litleo is my least useful member. It might be able to eat a hit as well. Actually, there's probably no way. I'm just gonna sack it off. As they just aerial ace. I do actually eat a hit and I'll live. And like get up to full, which is really nice. I'm gonna click Wild Charge in case they end up going Quaxley. They don't. They just Brave Bird and damage themselves. Fine by me. I could go Trico here. Trico is gonna get doubled and then -1. Not 100% sure what that would be off the top of my head. I could also go Scale Shot with Gibble. I mean, it's really not going to be that useful in this game. I could go Grookey and Grassy Glide, which should kill as well. But I feel like burning my Terra. So I'm going to go Trico. So we're up to 20, which means we will outspeed them. If they have no Scarfer, then we're going to outspeed everything. I'm just going to Terra Flying Acro. I have no other Terra Caps, so I might as well. Yeah, I'm not going to reveal the quick attack. Actually, let's see. Do they have quick attack? No, they don't. Terra Flying Acro it is. And they just pick a sack here. I guess they could go Magby and try to get a Flame Body on me, which would be very, very frustrating. But they get 2-hit KO'd for sure. And even the next time, we can Bullet Seed. Yep, there goes Rufflet. Okay. Good riddance to that one. If they go to that Magby, I actually have a shot to KO it depending on like if they have any investment. I have a shot to just sweep them here, to be honest. I don't know how much Quaxley takes from the Bullet Seed, because they definitely have some HP or defense investment. But it definitely looks like Trico could do a lot of work. They do go Quaxley. Do I Swords Dance? Do they have Ice Spinner, potentially? No, no Ice Spinner. I think I Swords Dance here, actually. I might be able to sweep if I do that. Liquidation I eat. I just go for the Bullet Seed, which should 100% KO. I do reveal that I'm Swords Dance, but that's alright. Okay, we get the 3 hits. He took absolutely nothing from that. They go Mankey. I mean, this thing has to be Choice Scarfed. It is. Choice Scarf Ice Punch, which is insane into the rest of my team. But, I mean, Frillish obviously eats. Yeah, Frillish eats Ice Punch. I'm gonna Scald because they probably sack Ghastly, and it's not gonna give me anything if I Strength Tap. There's no point. I also don't get 3-hit KO'd by this thing. But now I know Scarf Mankey. Scarf Mankey. So I really just don't have a read on that, whatchamacallit, the Magby. I have a pretty decent shot to win this game, I think. I wonder if they're Belly Drum. Belly Drum would be an issue, but I still have Gibble in the back. I mean, they'll outspeed me and probably one-shot me, but they can never set up in my face. Even against my Frillish, like my Scald has a chance to Oko them, so they can never set up. They go hard Magby. Sack that thing off. Crazy. Go Ghastly. And what is my play here? I feel like Grookey Grassy Glide is really good. So I'm gonna go Sprigatito. Get caught in the web. They Shadow Ball me. Does not KO. I'm not sure if they know about the Sucker Punch tech. They do not. Goodbye, Ghastly. And what do they lock themselves into? I don't think they have a move that will be able to hit all of my team. So I think we're taking game 1 here. I can get a read on like what kind of moves. They just go for Ice Punch. So Frillish is free here. I Strength Sap just because it's free. Oh, they're Defiant. That's actually bad, but I mean, it's still free. Like, they can't freeze me. Yeah, I get the burn. That doesn't matter. And GG's game 1 to me. So that puts me in a really good spot. I feel good. Feel really good. And let's just send off a rematch. All right, we're back. They just had the wrong team. So now what are we going to lead in this game? I mean, Sprigatito's so obvious. The webs aren't really like a deal breaker against me. I don't mind them too much. I wonder, into Sawaddle, how much is Gibble's Scale Shot doing? I mean, not that much. But if we just Sword Stance in their face and then Scale Shot, we have a good shot to just beat them on the spot. So I'm going to lead with it. They lead Ghastly. Really quick, I'm going to post our link in Discord just so people could watch if they really felt like it. Scale Shot does have a chance to just kill here. If they're Hidden Power Ice, they would knock me out here. What are the odds of them being HP Ice? I feel like they're not the best. So I'm going to Scale Shot as they just Shadow Ball, eat my Berry Juice, and I get the Scale Shot. Come on. I just hit twice, but I'll outspeed now. And the thing is, I think I Sword Stance on this turn. Just to get to +2, I might be able to sweep their entire team. So I'm going to do that. They go hard Mankey. Ice Punch probably KOs me, for sure. So like, this is the most obvious switch into Frillish. Is it worth me staying in? It is. They do just Ice Punch. Man, that is rough. Wow. Man, I could have easily gone Frillish. Why does it look like that? Oh well. I could Scald, I could Hex. They could go Sawaddle. I think I'm gonna double out to Litleo. No. I'm just gonna Scald. If they get it up, I'm not really like caring that much. They do go Sawaddle, like I figured. We get the Scald off. No burn. We just go hard Litleo here. Webs are completely free, but that's fine. And I'm gonna click Wild Charge on the Quaxley. I assume that comes out this turn. Into the Quaxley. We have a pretty good shot to do a KO depending on the spread. Oh man, they stay in. Such a bad play by me. And they Toxic. Oh well. I'll Flame Charge this turn. They go Quaxley. So they got me. And I'm just going to click Wild Charge. Get off a lot of damage. This battle is already not going in the right direction. If I just Scale Shot it again into Ghastly, I was in such a good spot. Do 48. I just died to a Liquidation. They get Moxie, but that's alright. Grookey will outspeed and Glide. Do I want to Glide? unsure. Because Woodhammer into their team, it does a lot. You know what? I'm gonna go Grookey. And I'm just gonna click Woodhammer in the terrain. I'm at outspeed. Because they're definitely not Scarfed, they are Eviolite. Now we reveal our Scarf. So I mean, they can go Ghastly and probably just like snag a KO. How much does Mankey Ice Punch do to a max HP Trico? You know, I would live. They go Magby. I'm just gonna Woodhammer again. They Fire Punch, which takes me out. Now I can go Trico. I really want to go Trico. I mean, it doesn't matter. I feel like this game is pretty much over. I don't think there's really any way I win. We get a defense boost. I'm gonna Terra Flying. And I mean, I'm gonna try to maybe get like 2 Sword Stances up. I just SD. They Thunder Punch. Great play. I'm just gonna Acro. It'll always kill. Mach Punch, yeah, it doesn't take me out. So Mag, B, Mach, Fire Punch, T Punch. I'm gonna reveal the Quick Attack. It's gonna do a decent chunk, but obviously won't take them out. Does 50 and Punishment Mankey. That's odd. I mean, obviously makes sense for the Frillish. Mankey, Scarf, Punishment. What do I do here? I feel like they want to just do the damage to me. So I'm going to Petal Blizzard. They go Rufflet. And they're Choice Banded, so like, they're, I mean, I actually should be fine to just double Sucker. Because I show to be Sash. I'm just gonna Sucker again. No need to overpredict. They go hard Ghastly. Click Sucker again. Oh, there's Sucker on the Ghastly as well. Wow. Alright, alright. That's a great bring into me. They just Shadow Ball. I KO. And they get to choose who wants to get this kill. It's gonna be Rufflet. Should knock me out every single time, and they do. Okay, GG. That is game 2, and I'll see you guys in game 3. All right, here we go with game 3. I'm gonna lead with Sprigatito in this one. They end up leading with Rufflet, which is, I mean, not the end of the world. Double Sucker has a good chance to knock them out, but I'm just gonna U-turn. And I do end up being faster, so they're like min speed. I can go Gibble. How much do they do to my Gibble? Brave Bird is just going to knock me out. Into Frillish, it's not, and they're just going to take a lot of chip. So I think that's my play. Go Frillish. It's not like the most necessary Pokemon. They miss a U-turn, which is really nice. And I mean, their Choice Banded into that. I can't really risk them going hard Sawaddle. I mean, they're just gonna get in Sawaddle anyways. What I could do is I could go Gibble on this U-turn. I mean, I don't think that's worth. I'm just gonna Scald. They do U-turn, they get a crit, which is a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I get a crit back, so I mean, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, this is going to be a tough game at this point. Hex should be 2 KOing this thing, so I'm going to go for that. They could just Toxic me on this turn. Scald has a chance to knock out. I just Hex. They Energy Ball, actually, which is surprising. But they get a free Ghastly. I'm assuming that's what they go into. Man, they brought really good stuff and they adapted very, very well in game 2. Hopefully I can make up for that. They go Rufflet. And they're just going to click Aerial Ace. Technically, oh no, they're Banded. Yeah, Banded always knocks me out here. I'm just going to Strength Stab just in case. But there I go. Now, my only play... Well, I have a couple plays. Their Choice Band... Choice Banded Aerial Ace into my Gibble is a knockout. Grookey cannot knock out. So, I mean, like, I'm in a horrible, horrible spot here. I think I just go Sprig. I'm gonna click Sucker Punch. Do I click Petal Blizzard first? Because Petal Blizzard into Sucker should kill. I will. And they just Aerial Ace. This is the most obvious Sucker Punch in the world. So I'm going to do it anyways. They're a good enough player. They know that I could just predict. But this Rufflet is too big of a threat. I actually should have suckered the first turn. Yeah, massive misplay by me, I think. Really want to see what they end up going for here, though. Just gonna sucker the Mankey, get some chip. They Terra Fight. They gonna go for a fighting move? They do. Terra Fight close combat. Now Grookey, at this point, does KO with Grassy Glide. Yeah, every single time KOs with Grassy Glide. Have I revealed Glide? I don't think I have. They go hard, Maggie. Yeah, good play. No Flame Body, please. Oh my goodness. Yep, I think it's over. Go Litleo. As they Belly Drum. Yeah, I mean, it's Jover at this point. There's nothing I can do. GG. Like, I just get absolutely bodied. I'm gonna go Grookey and just like Glide. I'm gonna, yeah, I'll Glide. I'll Wood Hammer. Doesn't really matter. I mean, maybe I should have kept it alive. Maybe I do like end up knocking them out here. Through Terra, it's not in my favor ever. I think I just get smashed in this game 3. Ah, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I should have glided there and then went for this. I thought that they would probably just I thought that they were gonna like preserve and maybe just like click Belly Drum again to get rid of the grassy terrain. Outplay me like that. I feel like all they need to do is just like Mach Punch me, and that puts me into range of Ice Punch, and then I just get swept by Ice Punch. Come on, man. Like, yeah. They see the vision. I do end up knocking them out. Come on. I mean, it is what it is, man. Maybe they throw somehow. They go Quaxley. Like, okay. I just SD as they liquidate. And I bullet seed. I'm not going to take him out unless I get like 5 hits. Even then, nope. Yeah, I get 2 hits. Yeah. I'm just gonna sword stance. Like, there's nothing I can do, I don't think. Unless they mega throw. No. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating to lose this way. And I missed the skill shot. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Very, very frustrating way to end the season. I actually, like, could have won there. I do think I had chances. I mean, they played better. They made some plays that I don't agree with, but they worked out. So, like, whatever. Pretty frustrated, but it is what it is. Not sure if I'm coming back for next season. That's not me, like, being, like, upset talking. But it is what it is. They played better. They win. Good game to them. Sorry to disappoint, but that's how it is. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in my other leagues.